Back to the Alternative Highs podcast, the number one podcast in Southwestern Ontario. This is just a fact. In the state I'm in, it's first thing in the morning. I don't think we've ever filmed this early.
Not yet, but we should.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
I don't mind. It's sorry for the sunglasses. When I got my brain injury, this is going back 10 years ago. I never had sensitive eyes before, and for the last 10 years, I've had the most sensitive eyes. And it's typically when it's doing that changeover, whether it's slipping into the weather that brings snow and the glare, or if it's just a lot of sun. But man, I'm not out here trying to be a rock star in the dark.
No, you look like a poker player.
Underground poker player.
Nice. Good job. Different
Well, today it's a solo session. Well, I keep calling it a solo session. Daniel and I, he's going to pop some questions back and forth, and I'm going to give you the best answer I can or the best response.
Yeah, these questions are mostly general questions we get from like public and people that are around us that have curiosities about yourself and what's your story and the function behind the show.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be really interesting to hear it right from the horse's mouth. So whenever you're ready, buddy.
I'm the even if you don't want to hear it, I'll tell you. So ask me anything.
We'll start with actually, something fun here. When did you first realize Alternative Highs was becoming bigger than just a podcast?
Oh, you know what? That's a great question because I know the exact day. It wasn't Alternative Highs yet. It was Excuses Are Gone.
Right.
And it was very early on that I knew. So I told the story that I sat with a social media dude in Taco Bell probably 3 years before I started my platform. So I started the platform right in the start of COVID. COVID personally was the best thing that ever happened to me. So I did the 25-day, 100-kilometer challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And people were getting out. And like it was fun. People were saying, hey, we're doing your challenge we see on the interwide web. But I just had the anniversary on May the 5th, May the 2nd, somewhere in there. The very first person that I helped, I don't want to say I helped with their sobriety because it's not anybody. It's you choose to do it, and then you just have somebody to bounce your ideas off of. When this gentleman's mother approached me and thought that I was the guy to help her with her son, that was like really strong because it wasn't this lady and her boys have become some of the most important people in my life. So for her to approach me and trust me with that, I was like, that was the moment I knew this was bigger than anything I was going to do. Just sharing my story and being vulnerable with the caca, the good, the bad, the ugly. Like none of it's fun, but sharing it, being vulnerable, and letting other people know that change is possible was, I guess, what was needed.
What's the biggest lie you used to tell yourself?
That I wasn't an addict. Wasn't an alcoholic. I wasn't a wiener. I was cool. Maybe I was cool. I don't know. But I think everybody that is impacted their lives by alcohol, drugs, cigarettes, whatever it may be, whatever your vice. And I still have vices. I'm caffeine junkie now. But saying that I wasn't, everybody understands that. Once you admit it, you can't go back from it.
Mm.
Deep down, you know. Now you've placed yourself on that specific shelf. So it's becomes dicey. And then you're questioning everything that you're doing. At least I did. That's not the same for everybody. But that was my biggest lie.
Wow. Thank you for being so honest about
Yeah.
it. What's something people assume about you from the podcast that's completely wrong once they meet you in person?
that that I that I would love to be in a conversation all the time. I'm very when we get into groups of people, I get so much anxiety and um I get scared. I I speak on here and I do it because I feel like we need change. I want change. I clearly, after what I did yesterday, I want to help with change. But it's one of those things is I'm actually quite scared. I'm scared to be in public. I'm scared to be in groups.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
like to hide.
Most times when I hear from our listeners, they find that like, oh wow, this guy must be like a smooth talking, easygoing individual out in the world. But it seems that you like to.
To be honest with you, I was that guy with the booze and the drugs. I would talk and make zero sense. But now that there's speaking with intention and it's just the world today. But like, when we're out in public, it's different if we're at RAD or if we're, you know, at whatever restaurant we're sitting there chatting and I'm looking around, I'm super anxious. Yeah.
Looking back at your younger self, what do you think that version of you needed the most?
Understanding. Um, I had a great childhood. There's nothing but mental health is and I'm not saying like my parents did everything they could to help me when I was to, told that I had ADHD or ADD. They wanted me on really, but it was the other. Like I've been an anxious person my entire life. I've kind of always been that sad person, but I was able to give you the look that I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that version of me just needed to maybe ask for more help. And that's really hard because you don't know what help you need. Now, after years of therapy and years of like figuring out who I am, what I am, why I'm doing what I'm doing, I probably got to learn to cope differently
Mm-hmm.
prior. As a child, wasn't like I said, I didn't have a bad childhood, but I was always, as far back as I can remember, I've been an anxious person. I'm clinically depression, anxiety, PTSD. PTSD came later in life, but the other two, who knows how long they've been harboring. I feel like as long as I can remember, and I just didn't know how to channel it. And then the moment, and I can still remember the moment that I had my first sip of Colt 45, and I was like, oh boy, that anxiety has been lifted. The sadness only comes when I'm super peppered. We can work with that.
Yeah.
So, like, having that conversation, figuring things out, not everybody's got the opportunity to do that either. Like, That's some entitled shit that I just said.
Yeah, I mean, well, even it must be very difficult, even with as much, you know, like your family supports there. It's still very much on yourself to, make the next step, right? To ask for help, and in a case where you don't even know what you need help.
And that's the thing. How do you know?
Yeah.
At such a young age, how do you know? How does the family pick and choose? I think things are getting much different with mental health. Um, mental health, imagine mental health for both of our parents back in
Hmm.
the day, just
Right.
put
Yeah.
that
It's
to the
like they're
back
going through their
burner.
own stuff too.
They were just starting to put our mental health on up now. Like, you sneeze wrong and you, you know, go sit over there and you figure you out. It's a very weird time, different time for everybody.
Yeah. Just to expand on that question, if you could, like, if you were sitting in the same podcast and your 20 years old self was sitting across from you,
Mm-hmm.
and you could give him some advice,
Yep.
what would that be?
20-year-old me.
Yeah, you're sitting here. There's you right there. He's wondering, like, wow, you got an impressive studio. You're doing your own podcast. You look great. You're really in incredible shape. So, what do you got to say to him? What is it going to take for him to get there?
Prioritize and hold on.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to change anything.
good for you. Yeah, you can't live with regrets.
I don't have any.
Yeah.
20-year-old me was just stepping into fatherhood. Um, and like, listen, everything that I did was a mistake, except for my children, of course. But everything that I kept doing in that time, however, we wouldn't have this platform, which isn't the biggest thing, but this friendship, the love, the people I have around me, it's all from, you know, chiseling those corners off one by one to making me
Yeah.
who I am today. So hold on, man.
Wow.
20-year-old me, buckle up because she's about to get fucking rocky.
Good. What guest impacted you emotionally the most after the camera stopped rolling? I think I may have been a part of that one recently, but I don't know. I would like to know if there's any hard hitting conversations you've had with our
Who do you
guests.
think it was?
From my perspective, it probably would have been Grant Spence. He
Yeah,
was.
that's exactly who came
Yeah.
to mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I bawled my eyes out.
yeah. How come?
Um, so sometimes when I talk to people, how do I word this? When I talk to people that have either been in accidents or had people that were in accidents that passed, I have some remorse. Whether it be that I lived, um, that I got this second chance, and for the first few years I just fucking squandered it with drugs and alcohol and pills and um but it always makes me feel a certain way. And he was great because I was over here just uh, I felt so bad in that interview for crying like that. I had so much shame in myself in that moment, and I'm brought back to that moment as we're talking. Like, my eyes are all sweating right now.
Just to remind the listeners, Grant Spence is an incredible hockey coach and local community member has made a foundation on his about his late brother.
Mm-hmm.
And his late brother did not survive a horrific car accident. So that's the part that really, you're feeling the the conflict between your own survival of a car accident compared to the man who's lost his brother.
Yes, and again, like, I just felt like an idiot because here I am. For the first few years, I tried to kill myself after, I really,
after the car accident, right?
I really tried to. And these people would do anything to just have their brother back.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's a very kind man, and I think from what his perspective would be, I think he'd be really grateful to have the opportunity to be here to speak about the foundation's working on, and
It
you
was
provided that.
great of him.
Yeah.
I that was just how I felt. Felt a little embarrassed. Today I glad I made it through it all.
What would be your most highlight of an episode you've done thus far? Like, what's one of the ones that really like hit home for you, and you're very proud of?
My favorite episode is Greg Hetherington.
Ah, a radio person. Radio, is he a radio host or
Yep.
he? Yeah.
He owns 4 radio stations, I believe, something like that. I don't know if he hosts much anymore. He'll do it when his morning guy goes on vacation. But every morning for my entire childhood, I listened to Greg waking up. Greg's voice was my it was my favorite thing to listen to. I called every day 354-8684. I think that was the phone number. That to every time he would have a game or whatever, I can remember him. I loved him. I thought like he reffed all of high school's basketball games. He read to the little kids. Like the guy is just he's so awesome. He's so cool. I've had a lot of really great episodes. Like everybody that's come on, I love. I've grown some great relationships. Greg just happened to be the person I listened to for my entire childhood, and didn't even say anything other than when I sent him a message. He's like, when and where. He didn't ask me to see my podcast, to see what I'm doing. He just wanted to support, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty meaningful when, especially from a professional within a similar field. If anything, podcasts are the child of radio.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Well, and that's what I thought. I was like, I don't want to insult the man because he is the what do we want to call the radio man, the 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 Godfather.
I guess so. Yeah, Godfather. Do you think men today struggle to talk honestly about mental health and addiction? Is your perspective, your opinion?
So I will say, because I'll just speak on exactly our demographic right here in our community.
Okay.
Men approach me all the time.
Wow.
And they talk to me. They look around. They check to make sure nobody's. There are some people that, you know, can get vulnerable and want to talk about it, just like I want to. It's hard though, no matter which way you look at it, and it's females alike. It's hard for everybody to have that conversation because inside you're like, is it embarrassing? And like, literally, everyone growing up today has some sort of mental health situation.
Mm-hmm.
It is the biggest crisis we have is mental health. Like you take care of the foundation and we don't have to worry about the aftermath.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that because I'm not sure, but like I believe that is the foundation. But men, we are we're the family. Like we are the protector. We are the food at the table. We're the roof over your head. That's the way it was projected when we were children and how we had to do things things are much different today. Things are done together. Like for one, the mark or the cost of living is so high that everybody has to work in the household, and
Mm-hmm.
including our 3-year-old. But uh, we've always been taught to be that person, and the moment you let your guard down, fuck that guard.
Yeah.
Fuck that guard, man. Talk about it, because that's going to save something, some relationship, some fight, some situation. It has to be. It's got to be. I'm surprised that, with all the schooling that they offer help with, like Jennifer right now, they're looking for nurses. So like they're helping the schooling with the nurses. I can't believe they're not doing that with psychotherapy and therapy the same. Like they need more. They need to quadruple up. They need to get that line of work needs to become a front line,
Mm.
my opinion.
What does a healthy and meaningful life actually look like for you now?
Healthy and meaningful life. Man. Well, making sure I'm healthy, making sure I'm good. So I'm in the gym 5-6 days a week. I cycle every single day with the dog, and that makes me good for my family.
Mhm.
So I can be there for the kids. I can be there for Jen. So to make that long, you got to take care of you first.
Makes sense.
You got to put you first. Unfortunately, every person always thinks they got to put their wife and their kids out front first. That's just not the case, because if you're no good and you're constantly lagging behind because you're so tired because you're doing this, this, and this, well, bud, if you get yourself healthy and you get yourself in a position, you can do everything that you were supposed to be doing while being the best version of yourself. So putting you up front is the most important thing.
Well, that wasn't supposed to hit me so close to home, but that's pretty good advice there, man. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to close this off with something I think would be pretty interesting for, I think everybody that's been listening, all of our followers. Thank you so much to being a part of the show and this journey.
Dude, thank you. Like, um, I did not ever imagine that when I put it out in the world that I was looking for somebody to help me, I never imagined how professional of a human would come out. And just so everybody knows, like everything that I've done so far has cost me money. Daniel has come on and helped me and believes in me and has done this with knowing that we're in this to do something to make it.
Sure. Yeah,
But
we're
like
growing. I believe in this.
he
Sure.
he's never asked for a penny. Like he's been producing this for 4 months now,
Mhm.
and not a dime's come in. In fact, it's cost more dimes.
Yeah.
But we do this for the love and to hopefully give you a perspective that will help you choose how you move in your life. So, Daniel, I appreciate you. I fucking love you. Like, I tear up when I think about how you were placed so specifically in my life. So,
Oh, well, thank you very much. I mean, this show, like I said before, I always wanted to do a podcast. I never thought I'd be able to do a meaningful podcast so early in my life. And it's been the joy of producing this is kind of supplements everything for me. Like I'm so excited on like what can we do differently, what can we do the next time, what needs to do that. Like that stuff is genuine joy in my life.
yeah.
So thank you very much for providing that. Which leads me to this question here I have for you. At the end of it all, what do you want people to take away when they are a part of the Alternative Heights podcast? What from following us through watching an episode? What do you want people to take away from alternative highs in general?
That this is just a perspective. This is only what I deliver you is only what I've lived. There's right, wrong, doesn't matter. I'm just giving you a different alternative of how you can do things, that there are options. Before, I didn't know there was options. I always wondered, what can we do? Like obviously that's just narrowly thinking. There's a great big fucking world that we live in. And there is so much being offered to us. If you're not having a great time in the spot that you're in, fucking move over 6 inches. It's as simple as that. And that is what I would like you to take from this is like, I hate to say this because this is fucking so cliche, but if I can do it, you can do it. It doesn't take much to change the course of your life. Unless you've completely fucked it up and you've just done really awful, horrible things, and you're probably not watching me anyways, but fucking man, you can make change. You can do this, and it's not even really hard. It's all in your head. If you think it's hard, you make it hard. You're the only thing that's getting in front of yourself is you, nobody else. It's only you. You remove the side of your brain that's, well, don't remove it, but you remove that thought process. You're gonna move mountains.
Yeah, your own mental barriers that you put.
Yeah,
that's true. Well, thank you so much, Dustin. I do have one last thing to our listeners. Yesterday was a very significant day in Dustin's life. He had a birthday. How old are you now?
43 in one day.
43 in one day. Congratulations, Dustin.
Thanks, dude.
You know, it's always a pleasure to celebrate, you know, huge monumental moments where you've made another rotation around the sun. Whitney and I, we got you something. It's right there to your right if you want to take a look at it.
That's my left, son.
Oh, your left. Sorry, camera right. Look, I said I'm a producer. I didn't say I was a good producer.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Fuck, dude, you didn't even cry on
There's a little stand there for you, so you can actually set it up. Whitney,
can I show in this camera?
Yeah, you can show both cameras if you like. Yeah.
It's Jennifer and I. The greatest thing you will ever learn is to love and be loved in return. Holy shit, fuck. Daniel, Whitney.
Yeah.
Is this a Whitney?
It's both of us. Yeah, we both did. She did the. She's obviously. I had the kind of the vision. She's the execution. So like my bare minimum was just like to make it like just the text, but she wanted to go above and beyond and just let you know.
This is so beautiful.
The people in your life matter, and she wanted to immortalize that for you. And one of her.
Oh my God, I love this. Yeah. And she looks good on my arm too.
No, very good. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys had a very happy birthday.
It was beautiful. You guys made it great. I appreciate you so much.
No worries at all. And with that, close us out.
Peace and love, peeps.